say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, welcome in, guys. How are we doing today? We have our Rainbow Six Siege team playing in their conference yet again.
Yes, sir.
I do believe our first map is going to be Clubhouse here. Going into bands, it's always very different, and you never know what to expect. But I feel like first round, that's pretty obvious. Do you know kind of the standard bands that a lot of people do in their ranked games?
I'm familiar with like the Mira bands
Yeah.
and the Fenrir bands, right? I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
I don't know if Fenrir
Not
is
Fenrir?
banned much anymore, but a lot of times those first bands are usually like either Ace or Thatcher get one of those very
yeah.
oppressive attackers out,
That's
and
right.
then defense. It's usually mostly Mira. If Mira goes through a ban, it's honestly it's a shock, honestly.
Yeah, I was surprised whenever I saw it escape the drafting phase too
Yeah.
for Play Versus, right? It was an earlier week in the regular season. Whenever I think Mira escaped drafting like twice. It was for the entire series, and I was flabbergasted. 'Cause
Really?
I don't see her escape, like, even in Pro Play, right?
Dude, yeah, not even in pro play, because she's just so oppressive with that one-way Mira.
Absolutely.
It gives the defenders so much pressure, and it makes the defender, or not the defenders, the attackers have to commit a lot of utility by either using frag grenades, twitch drones, ash chargers, anything really explosive, or they got to get up close to it and melee it.
Absolutely.
Which that just is very difficult.
Yeah, the inherent risk associated with running up and
absolutely.
then trying to hit something with the.
Well, I mean, like, and if it's any competent, Mira player, they're gonna have that half wall where they can just fry you through it with a
Absolutely.
gun.
And that's not even counting, the other 4 people.
Yeah,
in
the other
lobby.
4 people, or like not even mentioning her shotgun that she has and the C4 that she can just lob over the wall.
Absolutely.
At will.
But hey, since we're talking about power picks, you want to highlight some that are kind of more specific to our team.
A lot of times, our team captain, he likes his DMRs, but a lot of times,
That's true. That is
not
true.
even
That's
that, but
so
I mean,
true.
I can't blame the man. DMRs, they hit hard, 2-tap most, and I mean, you've got what on attack? You've got Dokkaebi, you've got Brava, you've got Thatcher. Even Thatcher's got the new DMR, and a lot of times they hit really hard and they provide such excellent support, which is what our team captain is really great at.
Absolutely, yeah. I think a pretty big point of difference for Jacob as a team captain, he's a lot more reminiscent of a team captain in, I think, something like Valorant or CS, where he kind of leaves the fragging and the space control to his teammates, while he does like the utility and the calming.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pretty big strength of our team as a collective, and something that they have leveraged before. We saw it during their last game, or the game last week, against, I'm not sure actually who they were playing, but it was a solid 2-0, right?
Really?
Yeah, they swept.
I don't, unfortunately, I don't think I was able to get it. Yeah, they're picking characters right now.
The glass coming back out again.
Yeah, it's the Glass. I was about to say, Oh, from Toro especially.
That's true. Yeah.
Toro's he's usually more of that fragger, or he kind of sits there on flank trying to find the guy roaming.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely very interesting to see him on glass. Honestly, I think I may know the play that they're doing. They're gonna oh no, we're on Chalet. We're not on club. So what he's probably gonna do is he's probably gonna sit on that gazebo that's outside. You can kind of see it in that top corner. It shows off a lot of those angles, but that's usually only for the third floor. Now, with them locating that this bomb is probably on first or on basement, they might switch up the glass. They might not, because if you can get that wall open, I mean, it just clears a lot of space for him.
Absolutely. I think it's also interesting to note that the last time that the Eagles drafted a glass comp, it was Mike on the glass,
Yeah.
and they forgo the shield character.
Yeah.
But the switch is coming through now, and you were right. It
Yeah.
is going to be the fuse as the substitute in for the glass. 1 second now before action phase starts.
I was about to say, we don't even have our Monty either. We have that Grim, which Grim brings really great support because his utility is bees. He shoots these bees, they display, and they kind of, not like a molly, but they kind of displace them in the fact that if they run through it, they get pinged, and if that ping goes off, it's very detrimental to like what they can accomplish.
Absolutely, yeah. The Eagles now scaling space. Jay Beaudry
Jay Beaudry,
looking for the soft reach here.
but so he's got that twitch, so I do believe he's gonna go around trying to find those mute jammers, trying to find those Jaegers. Because are you familiar with what Jaeger does?
The ADS shoots down projectiles, shoots down grenades. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, so like Toro's fuses aren't going to get any value. Gravity Flix's air jabs aren't going to get any value because all those things get destroyed. Even Mike's canisters will get destroyed by that. So it makes it really hard to clear that space with those certain items because those air jabs are used to keep flanks in hold. You've got Mike trying to keep the site down with this info. And then, of course, you've got Toro, just blowing up the site,
Absolutely. Yeah. I think a point worth noting is that I believe the Eagles have kind of forgone. I'm not sure how good Flores is now, right? But forgoing the Ash and forgoing the Ace.
Yeah.
So not as fast of hard breach as the execute would want. But I mean, that is also kind of why they're playing the comp that they are. As you mentioned before, the Nomad and the Grim, a bit slower in pace and lets them find picks. It's ideal, right?
Absolutely. And you can kind of see Coma trying to find this pick. He does unfortunately get shot from, I do believe that is top main. And it allows, unfortunately, he does fall to the rotating castle, who I do believe was laying prone on the ground and just put a punch hole. Jay Beaudry does unfortunately fall to the frost there on blue stairs as well. It's left up to Gravity Flix, Mike, and Toro. Because as you can see, the defenders are very split. With it being on that first floor, it makes it really difficult to hold that site, especially when they're playing up above. Now, luckily, Gravity is able to get a pick on the side of TAMUT, making it a 4v3, making it just a little bit more winnable. Is he going to know that there is a frost mat on this? Unfortunately, he does not and gets caught. Now, with the rework, he would have been able to free him, but there's that castle that will follow up on that.
Absolutely, yeah. A bit of a mechanical check, right? A knowledge check very quickly. And Frost getting the value that she really wants, even if it's one, it's enough to swing the numbers difference. Toro taking so much damage on the trade.
Yeah.
He gets caught and rotate. He falls for it.
I'm about to say, Toro does unfortunately fall. We are all left up to Mike, and Mike unfortunately just does not win his duels.
Absolutely.
Going into this game, TMUT was very confident in their skills, and maybe this is testing them a little bit. Maybe this is giving them the reality check that they may need, because maybe they weren't fully locked in. But, we've always seen them come back from 3-0 deficits, even 4-0 deficits.
Absolutely, yeah. Deficits are not something new to them. They've been in these positions before, and they have come back. And we can see it's also the adaptations coming through, right? It's the Ace hovered now, and the Ash hovered as well. They would like to pick up the pace a bit, I think, is the biggest difference from last round.
Absolutely. And I mean, even then, you still got the Aurora, you've got the Monte, you got the Flores. The Flores is able to kind of do what the Twitch's job is, just not as effective because he has to sacrifice that Uto because it's just an RCXD. And when it comes to, Jay Beaudry's Aurora pick, are you familiar with her utility?
Aurora, yeah. I think so.
She's got those shields that she places on the doorways, and I mean they can be shot by attackers and defenders, but if defenders shoot them, they go up slower. If the attackers shoot them, it's not almost instant, but it's just like that much quicker. It sets a different pace. But now I think it was really they were expecting them to go second floor after their first floor win, and honestly, on this opposing team, winning that first floor defense is really good because a lot of times these first floors are what is hardest to defend on Charlotte.
Big adaptations coming from both sides as well. As the return to the glass on the side of the Eagles, forgoing the shields again, and a Rooney, a big pickup for the side of the defenders, I believe.
Rooney's going to probably help the Bandit if I had to assume. You know, Bandit's going to be able to deny, for the most part, the wall tricks. But, you know, like we have Jay Beaudry on the Bravo, you know, so if he can get his drones in there and successfully planted, he can possibly hack those
Absolutely.
and use it against the defenders.
The Brava, a really big pickup, I think, in context for the side of the Eagles.
Yeah.
With good pickups from the Tubarão utility for the Marooney gates. We'll see how it works out for them.
I was about to say, unfortunately, you know, hacking the Tubaros are going to be a little bit more difficult because, you know, you wait for it and you kind of just throw it. And so that's what's happening right now. Tubaro is actually trying to kind of delay, because that's all they can really do is all they can do is delay.
Absolutely.
Now Toro is going to have that Maverick trick, you know, which is very important because right now, you know, Gravity is not going to be able to put down his breaches. Either he's trying to Mav trick or he's just trying to find the
Como, the opening picks.
Coma, I do believe he's on the flank, that or he's upstairs, and I think he found the Tubero who was playing vertical. Coma does find the second one on that top floor. That is both Malusi and Tubero down. You can see Gravity Flix is kind of trying to find his way in here. Mike is holding this clash with his sniper. Coma is going to find the guy on stairs. Unfortunately, loses the duel, but he is half HP, putting the TAMUT in a 4v3, kind of a 4v2.
Absolutely. Yeah, big props to Constant Coma finding the picks and working the map the way that he has. Right? He's put the Eagles into a very advantageous position. The plant going down now from Gravity Flix, and he will. Oh, he barely.
He dies for it, but I mean, you got the C4 out from Bandit. Clash is now having to, like, she can't play passive anymore. She has to play aggressive. But Mike is on this long angle. He finds the guy stairs. Now, if he gets a little bit aggressive, it might lead to his fall. But he does seem to be holding this Aruni. Is he going to be able to find the pick? Unfortunately, he does fall, leaving it into a 2v2. Jay Beaudry does unfortunately fall, just left up to Toro, and he does unfortunately go down, meaning this is the round secure for the opposing team. What a great comeback from them on the side of the opposing team. Unfortunately, we're getting sloppy. We're getting too aggressive, and we're swinging things we shouldn't be swinging.
Absolutely. I believe, looking at the tags, it should be UCF who we're playing against, and they have done a very good job of staying disciplined, right?
Yeah,
we saw
absolutely.
the initial fight, and we saw Como find the opening and the follow-up, but they didn't, they weren't shaken. They kept disciplined. They played their game. They knew I think they kind of had a good approximation of what we were looking for, of what our game plan was, and they had a counter. They were ready, and they were posted.
I was about to say, they definitely didn't have the strongest opening, but, you know, like I said, on that retake, they found their picks. You know, we were playing way too aggressively. You know, after Mike gets that pick on Bandit, it's a 3v2, 4v2. You just kind of had to sit back and let the time go down.
Absolutely. And I think the biggest loser, so to speak, from that engagement is probably Toro. Right? He was going for the deep lurk, and he had to just spin back early. He got caught on rotate as the last man up, and it was just an unfortunate turn. In the tailspin, right? And
absolutely. I mean, getting caught out in that position and an unfortunate one, not knowing that you were going to be put in it at so quickly.
Exactly.
Because maybe if he found that lurk up to the stairs where Coma was found, he gets that wraparound behind the shield, behind the other player, and he's able to get that backstab, which would be like a very round opening, if not the way to win the round there.
Absolutely, yeah. But that's of the past now.
Yeah, it is of the past. We are going into the third round, you know, 2-0 start. I do believe, I'm not too sure if this is on second floor or if this is on first floor. We'd have to double check. But, so yeah, this is on first floor. You can see that they have 2 to 3 people. Oh, no, they have actually 4 people up above holding this top side. You have Mike trying to go down through Astrology, I do believe that is what it's called.
Back at the Montana as well, the pivot for him. And I think the Eagles are kind of scrambling to find a pick that works, right? We've tried the shield solution before. Maybe didn't go the way that they wanted to. Second round, it was so close, but it wasn't enough. And now it's the return to the shield comp. We'll see how it works out for them. See how they scale the map. We'll see how they play the map.
And honestly, I don't even think that it was per se that they were trying to force that shield. I think it was more about the fact that, you know, going into the game, they have this precedent of how normal players play the game, like ranked players.
Wow.
Great pick from Jay Beaudry. Really great. That relieves some of the pressure from the TMUT. Now, Jaeger does unfortunately fall to half HP. I do believe it was by probably Jay Beaudry himself. But like I was saying, this team has done a really good job at keeping us on our toes. Taking that first round, then first floor, then basement, then first floor again now. A lot of people default.
Oh, the C4 onto Mike.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do believe he had pings from his Valkyrie. You know, being on those cams, giving him the intel to throw that C4 and find the pick. Really great play from them.
Absolutely, yeah. The Nitro still converting so much. I think that for the side of the Eagles, the Montana was a pretty pivotal part of the strategy, especially post-plant. We'll see how they can work the map now and play the game now with Mike missing.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Beaudry has slotted himself into bathroom. Unfortunately, he does fall to the Valkyrie. Now they're gonna have to try to make a play on this 3v4 retake. And, you know, being that we're in this kind of like only one side of the map, it makes it really hard because, you know, now they have like almost 4 layers of defense because you got to get to that bottom floor, obviously. But, you know, you've got to go through all these upper floors now because if you don't go through these upper floors, they're just going to flush you out.
Toro wins his duel.
He does win his duel. It's always great. Bringing it to a 3v3, you know, we're not too low on HP, but as of right now, we are losing the health advantage.
Absolutely. The clock ticking down. The time works against the Eagles.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can convert.
Absolutely. And you can see now that they've taken this first point, Toro is kind of going over those vert holes. Toro's going to find the Valkyrie. He does win his duel. But does he know about this person on the 90 staircase?
No,
he does not know,
holding
and it
it.
falls, unfortunately, to the Jaeger. Leaving it into a 2v2 now, though, with TAMUT having the health advantage, and Gravity finds that pick, leaving the last player onto the bomb site. 13 seconds left. Not very ideal for the TAMUT, but Coma is able to find that final pick.
Absolutely, yeah. Maybe a bit symptomatic, but it is just the Eagles letting their individuals play the game, right? Letting them take their duels, letting them take and play the game in the way that they are familiar with. The the halftime bans coming through now. What do you think is the pickup for both teams? Or are the pickups?
Honestly, moving into this, they might ban the Flores because, you know, Flores, Brava, maybe Twitch, something that will not let us have so much. See the Flores, and we do ban the Clash. Now Mira has fully gone through the bans. I wonder if they'll be pulling anything out because we were literally talking about that not that long ago. But it doesn't seem like they are. They do have for the side of UCF, they have that. I would say we should be going first person occasionally, sir. I would say you're the one who gave us the mouse, Mr. Production Man.
Give me the window, bruh.
How are you going to see the game? You should put it on the side. That's not a good clarification. You should
Attackers
put
need
window.
to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We're arguing with production now. We apologize.
discovered
A
the location
bit
of
unprofessional. But anyway, let's back on. Let's back on. Let's back on.
No, but you can see that UCF is comfortable with their.
Oh.
Do you know how to put it first person?
First person, whenever you click their character, it's either, I think it's spacebar. Well, you gotta hit like 2, yeah. And then, well, they're in drone right now, so they're not gonna be able
W production in chat.
They don't want it.
Try V maybe. Or B? I don't know. It's a key, I can tell you that much. Oh, it's C. We have confirmation it is C. Oh, W chat. Yes, this is why we need chat.
We can see full util too. That's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
we can see full util.
W's in the chat.
Yes, W's in the chat. So now we know how to switch it in between third person and first person if need be.
I love the keyboard clacking in the background.
Oh my.
The fact that you can hear it clicking, bro.
We're just gonna have to be more aware of who might be getting into possible gunfights here. Maybe swap to Coma. I do believe he's 1. Yeah. Coma's on this back angle towards campfire. As you can see, he's trying to find this, this roamer. He's trying to find the pick, trying to find space for his team.
Absolutely. Space is the name of the game here. The execute, the setup, really the biggest emphasis, what the Eagles are playing for, more so than the frags. This time around with the way that they've drafted, in my opinion at least, with Striker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are opting into the Striker.
I mean, Striker's just, he's got a load of utility. He's able to bring 2 of the default utility. So he's not stuck to a specific gadget, but I mean, 2 frag grenades, you can bring 2 frag grenades, you can bring 2 hard breaches together, and that can be a lethal combo. But you do see Coma does find that castle on the roam, clearing up that top site for them. Now there may be a few more people up top on the 2nd floor, I do believe it is, even though they are attacking 1st floor.
An early Finka hit coming out from
Toro
Mike
does
as well.
unfortunately fall. Maybe we should. Mike might be getting into a fight here soon. As I reloading as of right now, Jay Bodger, you can see, is trying to work that extension. There is, the 2nd Finka coming through. Maybe trying to boost up, constant Coma's healing. Trying to make sure he's not more in depth, but have the possible advantage into these fights now. Gravity is able to find that pick on that stairs. That is a really far angle and a really good one. Now he doesn't know that there's someone on that half shield, which could be very dangerous, and he does unfortunately fall to the frost.
Unfortunate turn, yeah. And I believe that so far at least, the way that the Eagles have used the Finko stims, it's pretty, maybe not interesting, but they are relegating Mike to a bit more of a utility role, keeping him on the outside of the map and letting him hit the stims and letting them take the initial fights. We'll see how it turns out for the mids. And even 2v2 now, Jaeger looking very, very low, but I mean, it is Siege, right? One shot to the head will put them away.
The head. Now Jay Bodger ran across. I don't know if you saw the mute on those head holes, but because Jay Bodger is now in sight, Mike does fall, or Mike gets the kill.
A pick. Yeah, that's
he
nice.
gets a pick. Now maybe if possibly Jay Bodger can get this plant down, does he know that the last person is up top on that hatch? Mike is gonna have to cover the fall. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He misses and is able to find that pick.
Absolutely. It came down. Wow, excuse me. It came down to the wire there.
Yeah, it came down to the last couple of minutes, or not minutes, few seconds. But it is 2-2. I do believe we've got like 2 to 3 more rounds left of our attack half. After this, we go to defense. As much as I love Siege, it is a very defense-heavy map, or not map, but just like game in general. Because a lot of pressure gets put on the attacking team to free up those side roams, to free up all that pressure, to get space. And if you're set up correctly, it makes it that much harder in your life.
Absolutely. But I think that the Eagles are finding some momentum, a bit of wind behind their sails, and this might be the chance for them to carry the momentum forward, keep it pushing into the defensive half. We'll see how they resolve the next round.
I'm about to say, I do believe they're going to the UCF team is going to be going on that same setup again. Now, I don't know if we'll have any adjustments for it, if we're going to go to this same exact setup ourselves. But I mean, UCF seems to have their strats. They seem to have what they like. I mean, if it works, it works,
Absolutely, yeah. I do also want to note very briefly that the Frost has yet to really find any true value, not forcing the rotates the way that they maybe want. But, I mean, the Eagles, they learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, she got that value from the first round. Unfortunately, Gravity being caught out in that trap. But I do believe, like you said, we learn from our mistakes. It's really hard to fall for the same trick twice. Now, granted, it can happen, but if our team is on top of it, they shouldn't. Now, the only thing that may worry me is that on the side of the defense, they have a lot of those shotguns, really hard to clear on those corners, especially when they're holding it not far angled, but, they're playing those corners right. They're kind of having to get, our team is having to jump into their arms with that shotgun.
Absolutely, yeah. They can force fights on their side on the way that they want to, which is a concern. However, with the Finka still available, right, it should let the Eagles take more aggressive angles quicker with a bit more security behind their backs. We'll see how it works out for round 5. Yeah.
Now, I do believe Jay Bodry is going to be trying to find these, Jaegers, all these things. Toro is going to be able to find that early pick. Now, are we going to see a Finka stem to possibly boost up his HP? I'm not too sure as of right now. Yep, there it is. I say they don't really seem to be using Finko as the more aggressive side, maybe more of the passive side. Because with Finka stem, you get increased ADS speed, you get less recoil, and you move faster.
And Toro converts, right?
Yeah, Toro is able to find another pick. That is a really good thing about Toro. He's really fast, and he could shoot.
The stem hit again, second now. And Toro with the aggressive angle, trying to find a pick here. We'll swing it to one very soon.
He doesn't see that person very close on that stairs. He does go prone. Now he sees 2 people. Now he saw the castle on the very bottom. Frost is heading up, and Frost doesn't know. So what those aggressive timings could get you, they get you those unseen picks, maybe, or not even picks, just those angles that you wouldn't normally think someone's already in, especially at this time. Jay Bodry does unfortunately fall to the castle on Rome. Now, they know he is one of the last people on Rome. Diffuser's down, but we are able to find the player on site, leaving the diffuser and that castle on the Rome. But Coma just outshoots him.
What an attack half that was,
Right in
yeah.
the attack half.
The Eagles pulling through here in a big way. I believe it was Toro, right? That
Yep.
kind of rolled to life, right? Finding the picks, finding the conversions, calling the Finka stims.
Yeah.
And what an attack it was.
What an attack it was, yeah. Now that the sites have reset, the UCF team is able to go any site that they want. So they're going to pick this basement, and I wonder if they're going to have something similar, if not different now. I think they might be bringing the Warden in case we bring the smokes, in case we bring flashes.
Absolutely.
Trying to get that plant down.
It seems that Warden has been a default pick for them for the last, I believe, I want to say maybe
rounds.
4 rounds.
Maybe it's a
yeah.
comfort pick because I know a lot of people, like,
Attackers need to
even
locate
I,
and
you know,
defuse
Warden's
bombs.
got that shotgun. He's got the great utility that can counter flash, can counter smokes. So a lot of times when
Bomb
you're playing this
located by
basement
attackers.
and a lot of people are using yings or using smokes or using shields, he's got plenty of utility tonight. And then his weapons are very strong. You've got the shotgun, obviously. You can make rotates. You can hold your corners. But then you've got that secondary SMG that is very fast fire rate. Pretty low recoil if you've been playing the game for, I don't know, any amount of hours.
Absolutely. I think I'm inclined to agree with you. And more than that, I think you mentioned it before with the idea of the comfort pick, right? It gives the Warden player a lot more initiative in play, and a lot more initiative during action phase. Being able to just kind of force fights, force swings, and just win them is a very big part of, I feel like, what separated UCF from the Eagles initially, whenever they were on their 2-round.
About saying, you know, our Eagles, we love our struts, we love our things, but we, at the end of the day, if our struts aren't working, we know who we play, who we can play.
Absolutely.
And we play our game.
And when tactics fail, it has to be the individual player to really confirm and to come through to make the most of a round and try to get the win back.
Absolutely. And you can see now, I think Jay Budry is going to try to find this entrance way, or even they're going to try to use the frags from Toro to get these the bandit nades. And they do get it, but now it is just left to, Tube. All they can do is deny. But I mean, at the end of the day, you cut 30 seconds down, but that main breach is going to be open. And Como is on this opposite side, maybe trying to force a flank, try to force a pinch. Now, we know that 2 people play up top. I do believe we have that intel. But like I said, I don't know if Como saw him. Now, he may be hitting. Yeah, he's hitting behind a reinforce. But honestly, if he holds this, he might be able to find it. He sees the character. Is he going to hear him?
He
does
hears
hear him.
rotate,
Nice, he kills him.
uses
That
the
is
map
the kill on
too.
the flank. And he gets the Warden, too, making that really open now for them.
As a Coma, collecting 2, relieving so much pressure
Relieving
felt on
so
the,
much
on the
pressure.
initial attackers, right? And now working the map the way he has, as long as he stays alive, as long as his pressure remains up, the Eagles can convert. 1 minute
Absolutely.
ticking down now.
And you
the
can see
fight-
now
Whoa.
that Coma actually finds a 3rd pick, probably from the player up top. The Aruni is very low on that DMR, and we've got the 5v4, the 5v1.
a flawless round.
Flawless round
to
from
send
the
us off.
TAMUT. Very open, very good round from Coma, finding those opening picks. And I mean, it's always great to see our players just get active, you know.
Absolutely.
Gravity
yeah.
is normally on that support role, but he gets in there, and I mean, he knows how to shoot his gun as well. And
Absolutely.
But now we swap sides, meaning we're on the defense, they are on the attack. Do you think they will possibly ban Mirror, the UCF, since they seem to have pretty relatively normal bans? I think they banned the Blackbeard. Blackbeard's very oppressive right now. I wouldn't say he's meta, but he is very annoying to deal with.
I think it is interesting to consider because not every team banned Mira, or our team at least didn't ban Mira whenever it was her turn on the selection, and maybe that is because we feel like we have a solution for her. The biggest difference now and the biggest question now on the table is whether or not UCF have a solution for Mira in case that she goes through bans. I think realistically our team will lock it if it is allowed, but we'll see how it turns out. Castle ban though.
Yeah, I mean, Castle is a very, on this map, he's very strong because, like, as you saw, when they were holding this 1st floor and they would go up to 2nd floor, they could wall that off. And those take 12 punches if you want to melee them. But, I mean, or you can invest utility floors, drones, grenades, breaching hammers, ash rounds. You can throw all that at it, but, I mean, that's just wasting utility, and that's all that they're really good for. They're good there to slow down time, waste utilities. So therefore, when they do the site hit, they don't have all the necessary components.
Absolutely. And yeah, it was the mirror ban to come through,
Attackers need to
and a bit of an
locate and
encore
defuse as
on
many
the side of
bombs
the
as they
attackers as
can.
well. We see the ram ban, and Thermite though, the difference now.
So, like I think with our team, they banned the ramp early. So, I mean, I could kind of see it if they were going basement. But, I mean, going that first or top floor and banning ramp is kind of weird. Because, she can't really get much value playing vertical if, you're on the most upper floor.
Absolutely, yeah.
But, I mean, you can see, Mike bringing Ella. We've got the Cade for wall denial. Coma's bringing that smoke, really good at slowing down time. Toro bringing the Oryx. I do believe the Oryx picks is just for, like, maybe not comfort, but he knows the gun.
Absolutely, yeah. And Oryx does allow for some pretty fast rotations, maybe looking to capitalize on side takes. Any hesitation from the side of UCF will be punished, and will be punished soundly.
Yep,
So we're
absolutely.
excited for them.
Does look like someone went for a spawn peek, possibly because Snake does unfortunately fall down a little bit of HP.
Snake.
It's
That's
so
crazy,
weird to have
isn't it?
Snake in the game, but honestly, he's in design. He's very neat. Now, is he a bit busted? Possibly, but I mean, it's okay. The game's gonna be a game. They're a small indie company, as we know.
Absolutely. I also want to note that the Blackbeard does escape the ban phase as well.
I mean, like I said, he's not that meta, but he is going to be annoying. Now, a Toro can capitalize on it where he's by himself. He is going to be able to get the, he might be able to get the slam to drop him down. Now, I'm not entirely sure what Toro is trying to find here.
Ooh,
Very
rushing
interesting
outside.
angle he's trying to take, but I don't believe there's many people on that side. And you can kind of see he turned some heads, maybe delaying some time now that they know that he's over there. Maybe not, since they're so far away from him that they might not just care.
Maybe a bit of miscommunication. I feel like if the rest of his team were there to capitalize, maybe the head turner might have converted and gotten something more than just a bit of utility.
Fair enough. But I feel like, for our team to capitalize, they would have to be very out of position for what they want to do right now. 'Cause
Absolutely.
they're kind of just, they're not holding sight, but they're also not holding too far out. They're right there in that middle. They're holding their extensions next to sight, but they can always fall back quickly to sight. Now, Gravity Flix is going to get droned out on this half wall, kind of close to the actual half wall in this main breach. But Mike does unfortunately get hit by some random spam, I do believe. That's truly tragic. Mike is holding this very long angle, kind of into the wall. I'm not too sure if he's trying to pre-fire, if he's just trying to hold something. Resetting the Arena Gate is always good, because that's wasted utility that they had, and now that they have to reuse. Blackbeard, I do believe, no, that is Ace. He was trying to find his way in, but Toro on that flank is able to get that pick, which is really good. And like you said, those fast rotates, he's already on to another portion of the map.
Absolutely, yeah, letting Toro work the map here, but the truth of it is that he needs to convert. He needs to convert fast. Moji punished on this upper side of the play.
Absolutely. And now I'm not too sure if the side of UCF heard this rotate, because honestly, this is a really good rotate on the side of Toro. Finding that hatch, getting behind them at such a fast pace. Jay Beaudry did fall earlier in the round, but now we have Gravity Flix finding a pick. We've got Mike finding a pick. Now Gravity does unfortunately fall to the Snake on the flank, and so does Mike, leaving it up to a 2v2. Now, we do have the health advantage as of right now, but I mean, they have sight.
Absolutely, yeah. The trade's coming through, and they're clean.
Coma does unfortunately, or does not fortunately fall to him. Left in a 2v1, and Coma's just going to get the pre-fire.
A lot of individual fights there, really marking the start of UCF's offensive half, right? It's
Absolutely.
named trades now, or the name of the
Trades.
game. Not in the same way that the Eagles were kind of looking for setups, looking for space, and then opening their fights.
Absolutely.
And looking for lurks, right? It's just fighting.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a competitive shooter. Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
Winning the round can sometimes fall down to who can shoot better. Granted, having those better strats can offer the rounds up easier, but going into this next couple of rounds, I feel like our team is going to maybe shift. Maybe they'll play more aggressive. Maybe they'll try to find those early picks, or they'll try to just slow them down. And like I said, this game is delay on defense.
Absolutely.
Defenders, protect
Big
your bombs from
pivots
being
here
defused
from the
by
side
attackers.
of the Eagles. Moving over to Cade and Bandit.
Cade and Bandit. But I say, because I do know you can Bandit trick. I'm not too sure if our players are super comfortable on that Bandit trick, so it just makes it easier if you have both of those. With Thatcher's rework, it makes it really, really, really hard, honestly, to make sure those wall denial is actually useful. Because I mean, his grenades before this weren't any different. Like they were still very oppressive. It's just the timing wasn't as. It was more punishing if you couldn't get it down correctly. Now with his gun, he can kind of just boom, 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 like kind of back to back to back.
Yeah, I remember looking or watching the teams play and seeing seeing Thatcher with like a thunder gun from COD. It's kind of surprising, but
it's definitely a funky looking utility. But you know, it's always great to see new ideas incorporated. Because I mean, what other games have you seen that other than maybe COD, like you said, with the thunder gun? But, they trade out the Blackbeard on the side of UCF for the Montaigne, maybe trying to find a more passive approach for that shield because, like I said, Blackbeard, he can't do full extended, and before he can use it, he has to expose more of himself. Makes him a much easier target.
Bodri now, post it up.
Absolutely. We're just holding these angles. The UCF is going to be trying to take that back side compared to the main front breach that they have. You can see the yellow pinks coming out from the side of TAMUT, so we know there are some enemies on our back end here trying to find that space, trying to find that kind of not opening, but they're trying to find their way to site, kind of.
Absolutely, yeah. I think this is a very similar story to what happened last game as well, where most of the match was UCF spending time investing resources to scale the map and to eventually get to site. The biggest difference now, I think by about this time, it was when Toro managed to find his picks. He got one, he got two off on the back end, and even though
almost
that was
the
dangerous.
accidental TK, but he also almost found the enemy. So now they know someone is close. Now, are they going to be able to convert? I mean, if Ace opens that at reinforcement up, it might lead to a possible pinch. But they try to take out that top hatch up there, but I do believe it got K-tricked, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and it ended up canceling that out for them. Now, honestly, I would love to see like Toro flank or even Jay Bodri. Jay Bodri, once he puts his utility down, he's kind of just a passive player. So having him see that flank, having to see that pinch, maybe possibly free up some of that, pressure that they were feeling, kind of almost feeling claustrophobic on that side.
Absolutely, yeah. It's UCF here breathing down the necks of the Eagles. They're closing in soon, and it's going to be whoever has the better shot to follow up here. I believe that they should know where Mike is. Whether or not they will be able to capitalize is a whole different story.
Absolutely, and I mean, you can see now the C4 coming out, hitting the Monty for a lot of that damage. And when Jay Bodri does find the first pick on that rotate, hello, Amari, welcome in. Now he is going to get flashed out, and he's pinging, but trades are coming out. Coma finding one, but Coma immediately getting traded. Mike is able to find another kill. Jay Bodri with a beautiful pre-fire there. I do believe the last one is going to be on that rotate that they made earlier. They're just kind of swarming him at this point. They know they've got the man advantage, and they just got to win that fight.
What a fight for the Eagles. Through the chaos, through the Discord, they find their picks, they find their trades, they come out on top. They were the better team for that sequence, and what a sequence it was.
What a sequence it is, and it's putting us on the match point for the side of TAMUT. Like I said, they had that 2-0 deficit at the very beginning, but like I said, we've seen them come back. We've seen them come back from 3-0, 4-0. And it's just when they get locked in and when they get their strats locked down, they know who they're playing against, they know what they're wanting. They usually are able to adapt, like you said. Very good at adapting.
Yeah, it's the first step, like dipping your toes in the water.
Absolutely.
Right? It takes a second to really get used to how these teams play the game. I mean, this is, again, the last game of the regular season, and I think they've had a wonderful season so far, only dropping one game, or one set against Colombia. And so far, we see why. We can see how they've won and continue to win. Big props to the team, and we'll see if this series, or this match at least, will come to a close right here.
Absolutely. I'm about to say, I do believe, that we do have a very strong closing here that we can provide as long as we play our cards right. It is always different. Each round, every round poses a new threat, a new challenge, a new adaptation for either team for that matter, our team, their team. You can see, though, that the Solid Snake and the Blackbeard are coming back out. But it's a little different on that Harbor. They've got the Habana now instead of the Ace. So it makes it just a little bit more control on what they're destroying and where. Because with H, you throw it, and it's got a set path.
Yeah.
Once you throw it. Granted, it's a better, usually it is a better throw or like a better opening for them.
The-
Hibana just gives them more chances.
Absolutely, yeah. The breach in a can, right? It just does what it does. While I think honestly though, the pivots for the side of UCF, the name of the game for them now is a matter of pace. Right? I think that the last two attacker rounds, their biggest issues have been they just haven't been able to unlock the site the way that they want to. And whenever the execute comes through, it's sloppy because they're running out of time. They can only wait so much. They can only delay for so much. They can only be delayed for so much until the clock starts ticking against them.
And I think a lot of that honestly comes from our team playing these extensions, playing these places where they're able to find the picks, able to find the time to delay. Toro staying alive here is really good. Honestly, I think it was a miss drone on the side of UCF. He may be able to find that pick. Unfortunately, does miss misses the Gridlock, and unfortunately falls to the Blackbeard. Honestly, kind of a weird, setup. Iron size, but to each their own.
I guess so, yeah. The Toro will be punished for it. The Malusi wub comes out.
Yeah. The Wamai disc.
Or the Wamai disc. Oh, my fault. Excuse me. Yeah.
Wamai
wub, yeah. Coming through.
Ooh, Como is unfortunately not able to find that kill on Gridlock. Gridlock is honestly getting bailed out by these, not even pre-fires, just like these unlucky shots. Gravity is holding him. Now she does unfortunately fall. Blackbeard is on the side. The Flores drone's coming out, pushing him away from his angle. But he's going to submit himself back on this place,
Oh, he nearly finds a pick too, but just barely gets licked by his own mine as well.
Yeah, he
but
gets hit by his own
his
mine.
rotate comes out clean, though. He gets alive.
Yeah, he is able to rotate. But unfortunately, that does leave that top floor open to the side of UCF. And you can see that here that they're trying to get that breach wall. A lot of teams that honestly forget about that. If you don't have something to deny that, it can be really detrimental. Now, Jay Beaudry does know that there is someone on here. He's just going to swing him. He gets the pick, and he's able to retreat back to site, bringing this into a 3v3. That was very risky, but I think it was a well-worked play.
And you can really tell, right, Moji, he plays to win, not just playing to not lose. Like, he takes those risks, but he knows that if they work out, they will swing the numbers and they will swing the odds back into the favor of the Eagles.
Absolutely. And you can see Mike is trying to take a different position, which is really good, All of you guys being clumped onto that site makes it really difficult, but Solid Snake is able to find where he is, but unfortunately he does still lose the 1v1. Blackbeard drops, Flores drops, it is down to the last second. The Blackbeard has to
with
stick,
the Blick.
and
Oh
we actually
my
get that.
goodness.
Always great to see, the COD logic. It's always faster to switch weapons than it is to reload.
That's true, yeah.
Closing it out for a 7-2 win on the side of TMUT. What a great and dominant round that was, that final round. I do believe, going into the next match is going to be our pick, so we might come out with one of our more stronger places, like the Layer or the Emerald Plains. Or is it Lab and Layer, I believe. Lab and Layer is what we usually go for.
Yeah, I think Lab was the pivot that they went to whenever they were playing Columbia on the initial turnaround. And
Hit escape. If you want to window it, you got to hit escape. It will pop up the menu.
watch out, King. Watch out. Watch your necklace for me. But no. Honestly, though, yeah, what a solid performance from the Eagles, right? Showing a lot of what makes us different, right?
What makes us different.
More than just the tactics. And I think that whatever the tactics did initially fail, it was the fragging power. It was the individual skill that really shone, and it never stopped shining. I think that the individual players' abilities, no matter who it was, able to take the duels and able to take the fights that they did and convert, come out on top.
Yeah.
Right? Really was the big swing for the side of the Eagles. They put their foot on the gas and they did not let go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also just allowing our players to be comfortable and be aggressive because they know what they're capable of. They know what they can accomplish. And it's always great to just see them be able to do that and whatnot.
Absolutely, yeah. The game window being moved over now. It's like I don't know if you see like people working construction. They have like the little light sticks, or like a plane landing. They have the light sticks to like signal like how you like y'all to the left or yeah.
Honestly, what we need is we need signs that go like wave across under construction. Please, 1 second.
I mean, we have like we have
It's a catastrophe. It's a catastrophe.
oh my.
Oh, we do have some chats from Ethan. Hello, Ethan. How are you? Hello.
My
Everything was fine until lesson. Jeez, Wes, this is our production crew.
yes, it is, right? We love them. We wouldn't trade them for the world.
Very long cord.
Do we have class Thursday?
We have
Mr.
class
Des?
Tuesday? Is he asking me or
I don't
Amari?
have a class, remember?
I was about to say, because I don't think me or Amari know.
Oh, okay. So he's putting up like that's a question for like the world. To
That's
answer. Okay.
Ask the class.
Yeah, that might. Hey, your class has an email, or your teacher has an email attached in the syllabus if you need to consult it.
I was about to say, I mean, we didn't have class we didn't have a class today, so I'm assuming we don't have one. Oh, we've just disappeared now apparently. Oh, and we're back. Yeah.
I think the green screen's kind of. Oh, I mean.
No. We just need to zoom in a smidge, just a smidge.
Yes, we do. Oh, you're.
Connected to a cord.
Do not take our camera out yet again, please.
Oh, yeah, I would appreciate that. I enjoy.
I'd appreciate.
I think I enjoy seeing the flick.
Why am I so glossy? Can we talk about this?
I think we're both very glossy. I think it's just I think it might be the side of production that we are extremely
Maybe.
glossy. Yeah.
I think maybe they've got this light shining a little too white on me.
I mean, I feel like
It's not my fault. You're pasty. Right?
that's crazy.
All I'm saying is we look like shiny Pokemon.
I mean,
That is all I'm saying.
I mean, this is the Esports organization. I think it's not wrong to say that we're pasty. That's kind of in the domain, in the territory.
It comes with the territory.
I don't know. I feel like I got unfortunately nerfed, you know.
Now you look like you're a hot dog in like a quick trip like roller grill, and I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, that's insane. How dare you?
What's
I
up?
wish I could tan.
Yeah, you're like the very last hot dog, the one that never
that's
escaped the
insane.
cabinet.
I'm
sorry.
that free food that the employee gets at the end of the night because they can't use it.
Maybe.
That or the trucker buys me at a discount rent.
No. I think you're the fourth trucker in.
Fourth
It's
trucker
yeah,
in.
which, I mean that's still respect, right? That's food, regardless one way or the other. I don't know why he's like trying to mock the camera right now. You're not like that.
My fault.
But like there's no shame in it. Yeah.
Got the mug from Basic, correct?
That's just Mason, right? No, that picture's hilarious.
I've seen it in your chat. I've seen it in the Discords.
For the people who don't know, Mason or the person in that emote, he was an alumni.
He is an alumni now.
A&M.
I forget he's getting up there in age.
He's an old man.
So are you, Will.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm younger than you are.
No, you're not.
I'm pretty sure. How old are you?
I'm 19.
I'm 19 too.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you turned 20 though earlier than me. I turned 20 in November.
I turned 20 in November.
Really?
Yes. Wait,
So how about
when
we-
in November? When in
Second.
November? Second?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 25th.
Oh, you 05?
Or 06.
How did you graduate before me, Will?
Smarter.
Something like
my
that.
Massive
What?
brain, my massive.
Will, how are you younger than me, but you were a grade ahead of me?
My massive brain is, however.
I had to be. That's insane. What?
We can't do that.
No.
We can't do that. No.
This is crazy.
Not on live. My production team is like it's tempting me with something. They're hitting me with the
What?
but we hold strong. I can't hit the baby. I can't do it. I don't know. Has he done anything illegal yet?
Break it to you.
Has he? I forgot. Has the baby been like convicted for anything or not? Is he
The baby?
Yeah, the baby. Yeah.
I don't keep up with anything like that.
I don't know. No, I don't know anyone who listens to him. The only person I think like it's my teammate Mecca.
Yeah.
He listens to
Navar.
Navar. Yeah, he
Navar listens to the baby.
No. He listens to Cardi. He
Oh,
only listens to Cardi. He
oh.
only listens to Cardi. So I'm not sure like what the plan is for him, but I can't. I feel like I can't hit the references because we might be like creating association of unsavory characters.
Dang. But I do believe we are going to be going into our second match here. Maybe soon we'll be able to see what map we're playing into. If I believe with it being our pick, like I said, I do believe it's going to be Lair or it's going to be or Labs, not Haven Labs.
I won't lie to you. I think I'm hedging my bets. I would say it's Night Haven with the way that they've played and the comp that they've drafted so far and what's worked for them. But of course, I'm not in the discussion, right? I'm not in the lobby.
Absolutely.
And
You know,
we'll see how it
honestly,
works
I
out
would
for
love
them.
to see like a clubhouse personally, because
That's
that would
true.
be cinema. You
That's
know?
true. That would
be cinema.
That would be a full circus. But
Absolutely,
we'll see
absolutely.
if they'll be down to play, right?
Yeah. I do believe if production would like to hit tab, we can possibly see which map we are playing. I am trying to indulge the stream and I get caught strays apparently. We are playing Clubhouse.
playing Clubhouse.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I might be the GOAT.
We would like to have fun. We would like to have a good
we
time.
want to have fun. I told them in their team meeting I want the clips. You know, they might, if I see Mike pull out if I see him pull out the Cali, it might be cinema. But you know, Mike is actually getting put on the very aggressive Ash. Thatcher being or Toro being put on the.
We don't really know that yet. We don't know that yet. You know,
We don't know,
he
yeah.
could switch it last second.
Yeah, we could. As of right now, though, it is looking like Mike is going to be the one that's fairly aggressive. Coma is probably going to be second man, if I do believe, because he is able to have the Sarf breach, so he's able to get into the map fairly quick. But you know, with what the defense is looking like right now, it's going to be really hard to get in there really quickly. And I mean, you can see the
Absolutely,
immediate switch
yeah.
to Monte.
Yeah, he got the bad news.
He got the bad news. He got the call.
Absolutely, yeah. You're back on Montan duty. I'm sorry.
You could not rush. Got the call, unfortunately. They had to lock in.
Unlike our production, they're still chuckling over there like little
They're
schoolboys.
giggling. They're giggling.
Yeah. But joy and happiness, that's what
Joy
we're
and
here
happiness
for.
we can never have. And we got to make sure I can't wait to see our attacking half here, you know, being able to see our team be very aggressive. Maybe they have this switch up. Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's going to be Habana and Ram as hard breach, and I mean that does let them kind of control the pace a bit.
Yeah.
Of course, Mike being how do I say this, evicted from his duties.
Evicted from his duties, unfortunately. But like, we already have Mike in the building, already in garage. He is going to be trying to find this person on blue stairs. Now, if he is not careful, if he keeps looking around like this, she may find that time, and he will unfortunately fall. Now, they know that that person is close, and Mike is possibly going to wait for the retreat. If not, he might just sit here, kind of hold this position. He drops a diffuser for his team, you know, just so if he does go in and die, he doesn't lose the diffuser for the team. Now, he does drop shield and kind of leave the stair, even though they know someone is playing there, which is kind of confusing. Maybe they have a different strat. Maybe they want to get some more. Maybe they want to get more pressure on the map established before that they get the walk.
Absolutely, but I mean, Mike getting the safe rotate there, right, coming through and not getting shot at basically at all, or not, well, at all, yeah.
And honestly, as if I was Mike in this situation, I'd take this timing that they're giving me to break that canister, that guy, so I don't have to worry about it. But I mean, Gravity's able to get it from the hatch. Just a safer bet all around, which is why, you know, we have our team as strong as they are. You know, the Malusi is playing on that wall. You've got come up behind them. You know, maybe he's able.
Mike nearly
does
taken
unfortunately
out.
take a lot of damage and falls to the C4. But you see Kuma with that pinch from dirt, finding the one pick, evening it up a little bit. And Last Yin coming out, you know, he's going to have to try to take sight here or something. I do believe he might be just trying to find another pick if possible. You know, this Denari setup is going to hinder him a little bit. You know, he's got to either shoot it, he's got to crawl under it. And I mean, if you crawl under it, it puts you in a really bad position. Gravity finding the Denari himself, but he is not able to get the pick. Unfortunately, Denari is trying to scout him out here. Now, this is going to just come down to who can shoot who better. And Koma does find another pick, I do believe, from dirt. If not from above, I think he's playing vert now with Toro coming out with a ram. Now, Gravity does unfortunately fall to the mute. I do believe Jay Beaudry also falling to the guy just because he tried to go through the Denari setup. And Toro now drops hatch, is able to get down on site. Como following him not much afterwards. Now they do have bomb and they are able to plant this.
The
But I mean,
diffuser goes down, but
Yeah.
it's just Cade picking up just harvesting the picks off the back end of the Denari utility. But the diffuser will go down, I believe. And
no, he
No,
doesn't.
he
He got
doesn't.
off because he has to stick it at that point. And I think a lot of that really fell down to Toro just taking so much damage from that Denari setup when it's easily shot. You know, because when Denari hits you, not only do you take damage, but you are slowed. You can't really reposition, and it's hard to win those fights when you are slow, when you can't have that, movement behind you.
Absolutely. I'm sensing a bit of an encore here for the opening of Clubhouse. We'll see if the Eagles will give over a second round or they will find the secret sauce, I guess, behind
Sauce,
it. Yeah.
the secret sauce that they always seem to be able to sniff out, be able to provide us. But I mean, honestly, going into this next round, I do believe they might try, maybe not a tempo switch, but like
Attackers need
try
locate
to
and
go
defuse
or
bombs.
try to execute better. Because honestly, what it looked like is it looked like it got sloppy after we went into a 2v4, 2v3 situation. When Gravity Flicks does fall to that guy on had that reinforce and the soft wall, it seemed like things just got sloppy.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's a pretty good call out from you. It's another matter of discipline again, like it was at the start of Chalet. And we'll see if they can recover it the way that they did, or it will just continue snowballing. But again, we can see the adaptations coming through again for the side of the Eagles. Right?
Yeah.
It's no longer the I believe it was Habana and
Ram.
Ram,
is,
yeah.
But Ram is soft breach. She's got the little drone that goes and takes off all the things. And like I said, whenever you're playing top lord, there's not much utility use out of Ram. The only thing that you may get value out of is like, for the castles, you kind of throw it there and you use it to break it. But I mean, even then that's not worth it when you could get a sledge like Koma is and he just uses his hammer and he's got like 30 charges or so.
I can appreciate the side of UCF here. I believe, is this Wamai or Belusi?
Wamai.
Wamai?
Belusi is the
Jaeger.
she was used last round. She's the one that has the sensors that slow down exponentially.
I can appreciate him doing the test there, jumping through his murder hole just in case.
Absolutely. And I mean, you can see that, UCF has that player underneath, but, if TAMUT is going to drone this out, if they get a pre-fire, that is what is going to be the question here. I do believe they are going to drone. Now, I'm not going to lie, if this castle stands up, may have been a missed drone. If this castle stands up, he finds Jay Budry.
He swings out.
He chooses to shoot the Montang instead. Unfortunately, he may have been able to find a free pick.
I don't think he
but-
saw Bojer actually. He was just deep enough or shallow enough, I guess,
Just-
on the
yeah.
angle that he didn't get spotted. Only Mike spotted, and he won't be punished. Of course, the Montaigne hoisting up the shield. He's
Absolutely.
chilling.
Koma is getting into fights here and there. He is low HP. Jay Budry is low HP now. I do believe there is someone coming out with the flank, but their castle's low. They've taken a little chunk out of the Cade. Health advantage is not in favor of TMUT as it stands right now, but like this game is ever changing. One shot to the head, it doesn't matter how much HP you have. But
Oh,
Koma
the
does
nitro
unfortunately
cell.
fall to this nitro.
What an unfortunate turn. So the pressure that was exerted by Koma going to just completely vanish, and the Eagles now having to speed up their play just a bit.
And I think, honestly, Mike is being, he's not fully locked in on this Montag. I think he wants to be able to play something different. He wants to play a little bit faster, but he knows. And the coach, or not coach, the team captain knows.
Bodry.
Jay Beaudry is no longer has any drones. Mike does hop through the wall. They're going into Logi now. They know that there is someone on reaping. Mike trying to bait out this, trying to find the pick. Jay Beaudry does find the kill, but unfortunately Jay Beaudry does fall, and Gravity is able to find that pick, leaving us into a 3v2. 3v1 now with the kill on Toro. Now it is just Toblerone left on the stairs, and Mike is just going to
This is
harass
bullying.
him. And Mike is just going to harass him at this point. There goes the Nitro Cell.
Ooh.
I do believe the Nitro Cell missed, but Toblerone is trying his hardest right now. Plant is going down, so Plant is down now. Let's say that canister blows up and takes out his Nitro Cell, so he no longer has the Nitro Cell. Mike does miss the melee. He gets meleeed instead, but he is able to hold off. And Toblerone just running. He gets the push and he gets the kill, wrapping up the round. Maybe playing with their food a little bit, but I mean, at this point they deserve it. They've gotten
Yeah,
that
I know.
adaptation.
Absolutely, they found the solution, right? It took a bit, of course, and
Yeah.
Moji had to put his life at risk and was inevitably traded
Yeah.
on the crossplay. But at the same time, with the flanks, the lurks came in and they were explosive. It
Absolutely.
completely destroyed the numbers on the side of UCF. It shook the entire formation, and then it was just a single man against the Montagna. And
Montagna, that's really what. Yeah, I've thought maybe you were messing with me, but you really call Montag.
my fault, bro.
What do you call him again?
Montagna?
Montagna?
Yeah, I thought he's French.
Yeah, I mean he's French, but where do you see the Tanya?
And
That's tag. Montag. I don't know.
Okay, bro. We can discuss this later.
we can discuss. We can beef about this
No,
outside.
we can put this into like Google Translate after they finish their
whatever,
set,
whatever.
and we can see what's up.
I mean, we've got 30. We got 30 seconds.
Thank you, production. I appreciate you. But yeah, no, what a conversion and what a play from the Eagles. I think that more than anything else, more than the mechanics, it's also the faith and the trust coming from the side of Mike and from
Jay Beaudry.
Beaudry, yeah. Being able to just be patient and play their game or let their teammates play their game.
Absolutely.
And having the trust in them to convert, that they will eventually pull through. And I would say that their faith is sufficiently rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe that. And I think at the end of the day, you know, they want to try these new strats. They want to try something different. But they know what their game is, and they know how to play it, and they can, and they will. And it's always great to see that, you know, they may lose one, they may lose two, but they've always are ready for that comeback. You know, the Monte being fairly aggressive right now, but I mean, he's got the people behind him. He's got the utilities. He's gonna just walk up to this Raptors and pressure this guy on Raptors.
The Scopos are really feeling the pressure. I mean, having to look into directions that was not too entirely conducive to a game like Siege.
Absolutely, and I mean, you can see now that I do believe that his mute fell down. Jay Beaudry is just taking fights against this Scopos. Now he is below half HP, but so is the Scopos, and he is. Mike is unable to, you know, convert on this kill, like just be able to unscope and de-mecha him basically to get that kill because he is being looked at by the main Reaper. But now Jay Beaudry is holding this mute, but I do believe he's going to get pre-fired. No. Jay
nice
Beaudry
shot.
is able to find some damage, bringing him down to 1 HP, but Gravity is on that soft wall behind him. Gravity might just try to blow up that wall behind him.
And so he does. The panel taken out, and now this area of garage really opened up for the side of the Eagles. Let's see if they can maybe find a conversion. The players are low, but Beaudry falls first.
Jay Beaudry does unfortunately fall, maybe a miscommunication, but Mike is able to get the trade finally on that Scopos up above that was holding him so deep. Mute is in a bad position here, but you know, you've got that half wall.
Coma.
Oh my God.
What
Coma
a
does
timing.
get him really low, and he's able to find that pick, you know, after so long. He's gonna go up these red stairs, and I mean, now they've got big Coma pressure.
Absolutely.
Big Coma pressure.
Big Coma pressure. And he's really he broke the stalemate, right? We saw them
Absolutely.
posted outside for so long, and then Coma strolls up with the timing at his advantage. Downs
Absolutely.
2, drops 2.
Drops
We'll
two.
see.
Gravity's in sight with his team, is able to find that pick. You know, Toro almost dies to the Nitro Cell. Gravity almost dies, but I do believe that is Mike for the final kill. Bringing it up 2-1 on the side of Team UT. Very strong attacking half so far.
Absolutely. Mike he's just going crazy, shoulder checking people.
I mean, he's got to. What else are you supposed to do?
That's a great point, yeah.
That's a great
I
point.
can't
Now
blame
there
him.
are going to be bans now. They may ban the Montaigne. They may ban the Twitch, you know. There's a lot of stuff that they can ban on the side of UCF. But for us, you know, nothing's really been problematic. Just mainly something that could hinder them moving forward. And that's where the Cade ban comes through. And you see the Monty ban, you know, they don't want to deal with that.
I like that, Ray. They said that Montagna is correct. Yeah,
Whatever.
Actually, no, you're wrong. Then.
I'm wrong.
Montagna?
Like saying nothing in Spanish, kind of.
Oh, okay. That's, I mean, well, yeah, they're Romance languages. That makes sense. My production staff is like currently beefing with my co-caster, which is respectable.
Whoa. What have I done? I have done
With
nothing.
each other.
I have done nothing this whole stream.
It is, yeah. It's caster versus production.
Huh? I have done nothing, guys. I am
Looking all
innocent.
cutesy.
Don't worry, stream. Everyone can get like, wow.
Get him off the screen.
We got hecklers in.
Yes, we do have
I think we
hecklers.
watched the game.
Wait.
I'll just say inside us. Hey, I'll just say.
What? Get him out of here. But moving into this round, we've got Mike on that Dokkaebi, possibly another DMR, possibly Boss G with that SMG like that Wooden has. It's very aggressive, very fast shooting, and
Is Mike a boss baby enjoyer or not?
I mean, I don't blame him. It's basically a one tap.
Yeah.
If not a one tap, it's a one down, and then even if they're down, they're out of the game because they didn't bring the rook, so they have to they've got to
That's a
invest
good
the
point.
time to
Yeah.
revive them. But no, he does seem to be bringing the DMR. Honestly, if this round goes good, I low-key want to see a Cali.
Maybe.
I say Mike is a Cali enjoyer
Oh,
himself.
Mike plays Caviar.
Mike
Okay.
plays Cali.
I see. Or Callie, my fault.
Cali, yeah, Cali. She is the sniper girl, like
Yeah.
the big girl sniper. Now, Jay Beaudry's first Twitch run does unfortunately fall due to the guy holding the drone, honestly.
We're kind of on demon timing with
Kind
that.
of
Holding
demon
the drone,
timing.
right?
I mean, I didn't know you could pre-fire drones, but I mean, I guess I'm not familiar with bro's game.
That's true. No.
Toro is setting up those rams, trying to get into Jim here. He's gonna break the other castle wall. He's gonna just toss in his last ram, trying to just break up the floor. Maybe try to play vert.
Absolutely.
Will is my bias. Okay.
Thank you, Louie.
Yeah, whatever.
But I mean, I can see the reason why Toro's choosing to play like this, right? Front loading all of his utility, it gives him a lot more freedom to move around the map later without really jeopardizing his team's chances of converting a win. And we'll see how it works out for them. And it's 2 on the side of UCF falling so very low.
Super low HP, and you can see the first call coming out from Mike. Jay Beaudry's Twitch run trying to go back into there, trying to clear the utility. Bandit does fall, and we also get a kill from Coma, bringing it now down to a 5v3. Honestly, a 5v2 with how low Castle is. Castle does find Coma on that red rotate. Toro is getting in there. He finds the Logi. The last one is on that A site bathroom, and the other one is currently in cash. Now Mike just trying to find this man. Does find the last one. And Jay Beaudry finds the last in bathroom.
Mike, oh my. Coma kind of, or at the start, kind of feeling himself, right?
Absolutely.
Got the initial pick, and he just kept going for more. He maybe overheated, but I mean, realistically, his team picked up the slack.
Realistically, at the end of the day, you can overheat, but if your team is winning those fights, your team is winning those fights, and that's what
true.
can convert to rounds after round after round.
Absolutely, and Siege, it's not a game about taking perfect fights or taking perfect duels. It's about winning faster than the other team, and so they have, right?
I was about to say, and I mean, even just like a mid-round pace switch up, like you could take your site, you could take your space that you need, but you don't do anything with it. You can kind of sit there and linger, and then all of a sudden you explode, and they're not ready. You can catch timings. You can find that opening pick, and then from there just keep snowballing.
Absolutely.
A lot of that's what Siege is. It's just snowball after snowball.
Momentum is such a big part of the game, and it's UCF now trying to kind of stop the momentum or take the wind out of the Eagle sails or wings.
Bro tried to get punny and almost messed up.
Yeah, sir, that's on me. Why am I on what's the
Hey, I didn't know I was playing.
Who are you?
I'm
You're
playing
Thorn.
Thorn. I'm
yeah.
Thorn. You're Denari.
I didn't even know that character was in the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm assuming he's on the newer side, Denari, and it is also the revisit.
Yeah, Denari is he's really impressive. You remember
it,
those lasers from the
yeah.
past round when defending the site. Chunked Toro down so much HP and slowed him down, like I said, so he can cause a lot of difficulties.
Absolutely, and it's the run back now for the side of UCF. We'll see if they can convert and find the value that the Denari gave them in the last or in the one round that they managed to win.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, a lot of like we said, it did seem like our team got sloppy after we lost the man advantage into the 5v3, the 3v4. But moving forward, they put a lot of utility into that dirt, but I mean, they're not really trying to play with it. Honestly, you would want to be more aggressive with that because our team is going to use our drones, but they're going to use the things to deny it. And they're going to use the, once they use the stuff to deny the mute jammers, then they're just going to drone that, and they're going to know that it's free, and they're not going to have to waste anything. Toro does unfortunately fall pretty early, but Mike is finding a pick on that 0 on the Thorn, that's taking out her, but that doesn't take out her utilities.
Absolutely. A big concern for the side of the Eagles. Losing Tor, losing a lot of that utility as early as he did, he kind of has to play for his life to really get to set the team up for success. Will not be the case when they will be going forward onward without him, whether or not they want to.
I mean, and like I've talked about before, that striker does bring a lot of utility, but it's a lot of base utility. It's not anything detrimental that you would need per se. but it's always nice to have that extra bit of like flashbangs, extra grenades, trying to clear out those corners, or even having the hard breach in case your Harbana were to fall.
Absolutely. More than that, it's just having Toro as a body on the field.
Yeah, he's just having the ability to have another person shoot back is always great. But I mean, into this 4v4, it is looking like the side of Team UT does have the health advantage. You can hear the Yings coming out from Coma, probably trying to push away from that dirt. Jay Beaudry does find the pick in dirt, has the diffuser in him, so possibly going to be trying to find the kill or even just the plant. Mike finding another pick, but does unfortunately fall to the thorn traps. Now he is down, meaning he could get picked up by Gravity if possible. Gravity does drop, but he's going to have to hold his cross. But Mike is in this very clear and resible position. But it doesn't matter, you know. At the end of the day, our team cleans up, and he does find the picks.
Absolutely, yeah,
Wow.
Okay, my fault. Excuse me. The Candela finding a lot of value.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even though it didn't, I don't believe it confirmed any kills or it converted any kills for the side of the Eagles. Just the space control, having or forcing UCF to respect their distance and having to play more conservatively, not being able to really finish Mike off. It's in that case, right? Mike is exerting pressure by just existing.
Yeah, he may be down, but I mean, it's a possibility to get the res. And I mean, when they're already UCF on the side of UCF, when they're already down 2v4, even with that guy being down, 2v3 is never good. And especially if they get that res. So they kind of have to hold that position, try to keep that, and that takes away from other sides of the map.
Absolutely.
And you can see that Coma capitalized on that and was able to get, actually they lined up for him and was able to get just a spray through both.
Yeah.
But I do believe this is going to be the last attacking round for the side of TMUT, so maybe we go up 5-1 here. You know, we've got that top floor, we've got the Mute, we've got the Bandit, we've got the Jaeger, we've got the Castle. We've seen this whole setup before. We've seen them bring everyone like this before. Coma is switching out the Candela, the Ying, for the Capital. Kind of an interesting pick sometimes, you know, but I mean, those flames, the smokes, it's always very capitalizing and very oppressive whenever you can just deny that space for them.
I think a big takeaway here from the offensive half so far for the Eagles is that UCF, they've kind of run out of options, right?
Yeah.
We see them go from the scope post. They gave the Denari another chance at it, not really finding any success, and so we are going back to principles. We're going back to what, you know, what really made what honest siege.
Yeah, honest siege. What they know, what makes siege simple, because a lot of these just they deny what we could possibly bring. Oh, Mike brings out the Cali, by the way.
Oh.
We are seeing the Cali actively.
Oh, Graviflex.
Mike finds a pick on the Cali, and we are not spectating my Mike.
My mic is not being seen. My mic is not being seen.
Oh, man,
But he's
bro.
going crazy, bro. The frag is instant.
Hey,
the
man,
trade
bro.
was clean.
I called this from the get-go. I want a club. I want a Mike on the Cali. All I'm saying is that I get what I want, and I still can't even see it.
Why is my devs doing that, right? You're not
I should
even.
get Mach chat. I don't know.
My devs is doing anything at this point.
I want to see the game.
Now we've got Will. Oh, but when I do it, it's a problem. Got it. Jay Beaudry just finds another kill, you know, making this a 4v3 for the side of TMUT. And I mean, with that main breach being broke open, Mike is able just to hold a lot of pressure.
Oh, he barely misses
the
Wait,
warden, but he
once
gets
or
the
twice. No, he gets his
he gets
redemption.
it again. Jaeger did peek him, but he missed the timing there. Saw him in. Mike finds the last
just
pick.
kills everyone.
Wow, Mike kills the world.
The weight of the universe
weight
on
of
his
the-
shoulders,
on his
isn't it?
shoulders.
Oh, chills.
Oh
Literal
my.
chills.
That's my Cali player.
Oh.
That's my Cali player. I think
Chills,
Mike
chills.
picking up 3 kills there on that attacking end. And I mean, what a way to end an attacking half.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a lot of pressure, a lot of momentum. You know, going into this defensive round, I hope to see more of that pressure be provided.
Me? I'm getting banned?
You're getting banned.
We're both getting banned.
We're getting banned?
Wow, we're both getting banned, apparently.
Well, let's see if I can spot. Oh, this is me or Maverick. Okay, we
Yeah,
would like to play
Maverick.
normal.
Okay. I say, Maverick's kind of interesting. Maybe the side of Team UT, because you know we've got the Matrix, the possibility where they Matric on one side and then they Mav the other top, leaving the rest of that wall soft. So possibly trying to get that out of the way. And Amari, I see your ban comment. That's just rude. That is just rude.
My fault.
But,
I wasn't paying attention. Not gonna lie.
But I mean, they do leave up. They leave up the Cade. They leave up the Bandit, or they leave up the Thermite. They leave up the Habana. They leave up the Ace. That's a lot of that is still a lot of wall reinforcements or hard breach that they can bring for that reinforcement.
Absolutely, and you called it. Yeah, it was the ace coming through now as hard breach for the side of UCF.
I say you can see the solid snake again. You can see the Blackbeard again. You can see the gridlock. They have just a real simple attack, but I mean, it works for them.
I think that in how I see it, right? Whenever you're at a deficit like this, it's better to just play simple. Right?
Yeah.
It's better to try to let your individuals play the game and
Absolutely.
to not force anything complex. The more parts a plan has to fail, more chances of failure, the worse that you're gonna look. Especially when you're at a deficit this deep already, 5-1 into the second game. And
Oh my, is Kama using a shotgun? Is that what I see?
that is
Kama is using a shotgun.
who was?
Kama?
Or who was he again? Or who was he playing?
He's playing Bandit. He's
Oh,
playing that Walden.
he's playing Shotgun Bandit?
Yeah, shotgun. Or no, shotgun Jaeger.
Oh,
Gravity
we're
is
gross.
on the Bandit.
Wait, we're gross.
Wait, no, let's not hate.
Really?
It's a good shotgun.
But at the same time, but you have, but like they nerfed his rifle into the ground. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah, or if realistically, because I mean, he has good utility, like we've said. He's going to be able to deny, honestly, only the air jabs. As of right now, he's only able to deny the air jabs, maybe solid snakes like flashbangs, EMPs, all that stuff that he gets. But I mean, moving forward, if they don't bring, per se, they weren't wanting to risk, losing too much, they could bring the Thorn. Because the Thorn also has a shotgun, but I mean, their secondary, she has a machine pistol.
Absolutely.
So she's able to bring a little bit more pressure in possible gunfights.
Yeah, Koma about to get the bad news broken to him that his ADS aren't going to get too terribly much value. We'll see how he deals with it.
Unfortunately. But I mean, we've got Toro on the flank, on the Wamai. I don't know if he's trying to find the angle.
Oh, what
he
an
finds
angle!
the angle and he gets the kill,
What
opening up the
an
round. That's a lot of
angle.
pressure relieved, honestly, from front sight. Now he does mess up his second angle there, unfortunately, but he may be able to walk up behind red stairs, and just meet back up with his teammate. I do believe that is Mike on the side of Cash with them. They're trying to clear some of main breach, but it's kind of hard with the ace because, like I said, it doesn't make as good as a hole as the Thermite does, as well as the Hibana can make occasionally. But Blackbeard is in Logi. Gravity does see the guy drop in Logi, but Mike is able to get the kill. Blackbeard is kind of trying to force Mike or Gravity off that stairs, but we've got Koma right there holding him every second. Now he is trying to get close now, and also Blackbeard will be able to see his red dot, unfortunately. So now the pace is going to slow for the side of UCF because now they're in that 5v3. They have to find it. They have to find something. Now if does Koma get aggressive here with a shotgun? Oh, C4 coming out, does miss, unfortunately. Koma does swing with the shotgun.
Oh!
Tries to get the melee, but he does find the down.
Never
making it a
punished,
5v2,
right?
and
Never
unfortunately, Koma does fall. Mike is holding this with a pistol, and I mean, he almost converts the kill. Mike 10-1 actively right now. He is having an absolute killer game right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's leaving the ace 1 HP. He has a very favorable gunfight. Almost gets a pre-fire. He finds the pre-fire
cover. Oh
through
my.
the cover. Honestly, crazy set of events that is coming. And Toro finds the final pick, making it, I do believe, match point for the side of TAMUT.
Absolutely, yeah. The opener and the closer,
opener
Toro,
and the closer.
he opens the map up, he finishes off, and it's, of course,
Absolutely.
Mike, of course. Oh
Mike.
my, what a game.
I mean, we have Mike, we have Koma, we have Toro, we have, even Gravity and J Mojo just providing the hole that they have. 'Cause,
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, even if 2 to 3 of them fall on site, they still have to go through probably our 2 strongest defenders when it comes to actually just being on the site and being able to play what they've set up.
Absolutely. And honestly, if I had Moji and Gravity Flicks on my back, I would also clown out a bit too. I can respect that.
I was about to say, I would feel really supported if I had them behind. But honestly, seeing the Goyo, seeing the Toblerone is honestly weird. I see 3 DMRs, I believe. Well, Mike is it's a slug shotgun.
Oh my, yeah.
Mike is a slug shotgun, but I mean, it counts as a DMR. It hits, I think, 65 to the body.
Our team,
Ridiculous.
Our team might be DMR merchants, I
Hey,
can't lie. But,
DMR.
Hey, but a win is a win. I
Hey, a win
respect
is a
that.
win. A win is a win.
Yeah, that's right.
That
Yes.
is what I'm
And that will never take away, or we can never take that away from them. and the game can never take that away from them.
Absolutely
So-
not. I mean, the stats are showing. Mike is feeling very confident. So is Coma.
10 seconds to go.
Everyone else is just kind of they're there for the support. They're for when if they were to fall, they're ready to follow up.
Absolutely.
And-
I'm curious. Is that maybe is Boji's turn to go
Yep.
kind of crazy a bit, but we'll see.
I
if he-
do believe Toro is getting ready to do a fairly aggressive spawn peek. I do believe he's waiting for that camera to get shot just to swing out. There you go. He does get the the cam does get shot, but I mean I don't think that's what he was looking for precisely.
I don't believe so either. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to find, I believe that's alley entrance, but they spawned over there by dirt. Now, unfortunately, he does get detected, and he almost finds the 1v1, but unfortunately, that would be a very unfavorable fight for him, just because he is detected, and they would have that ping on him. Now, you can see that they are trying to find their way into dirt. I do believe they're going to Habana their way into it. If not, one of them is already in dirt. I believe they're just droning as of right now. He sees the shadow of one going into dirt. Now he's not able to kill them. Capital is peeking him. He finds him, but he leaves him on low HP. Does he know about the sludge close? He doesn't. He finds the pick. Now there is one more person, I do believe, in kitchen, if I'm not mistaken. That is either kitchen or he's on that same doorway that that the sludge was on. And I mean, great picks from Tora. The only problem is he's not going to be able to provide much value out of his utility.
Oh yeah.
Now we see our team cap holding down site as always, being that anchor, being that rock that we need.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the only reason I believe that Toro can feel so comfortable just going out, greeting, kind of throwing his life around, throwing his weight
what
around.
a
He gets
pre-fire.
one more. Oh my!
And
But
he
he's
doesn't know
gone.
about the guy close in kitchen. Now, that does free out a lot of pressure for the side of UCF, but I mean, we still have man advantage here.
Absolutely.
We have the angles. We have, we have the possibility of just playing our time.
And it took so much to down him, right? He took two
I think he
on the
took
way
up a whole
out.
45 minutes, and I mean, Mike is right up there providing more pressure up above. He's just ready to find those picks.
Absolutely, and Mike.
Oh, he finds the grid.
He wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for it. He wasn't
Neither of them.
expecting
I don't
it.
think either of them were ready for
No,
that. But I mean, he
absolutely
is
not.
able to have that quick reaction time and get that chunk of HP down. And I mean, in a 4v3, just even getting the damage done to him is honestly really great.
Absolutely, the lead mounting for the side of the Eagles here. It's going to get more and more difficult. It's only going to get
Absolutely.
more and more
It
difficult.
just gets more and more difficult, especially with Jay Bodry on this very strong angle with a DMR. He doesn't know that there are two, but he does unfortunately fall to the gridlock. But Mike finds the one dirt, leaving this up to a 3v2. Last two are in main. Gridlocks come out, blocking them off the side of B. But do they know that they're both towards A? And they do, and Gravity finds both. Wrapping up a 7-1 win for the TAMUT Eagles. And I mean, he's just slithering around like a snake. And just like Como finding the last picks on their attacking round, they just line up for him in that hallway.
Absolutely, 7-2 and 7-1. What a
7-2,
performance.
7-1. And I mean, every time they lost, it was in the first half. After that, it was clean sweep. So if you think about it, it was one really long 7-0.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Actually, it's
one really
it's like
long
the idea of like it's like a reverse sweep.
It's like a
if you
reverse
think
sweep,
about it,
yeah,
it's a
it's a
really
really
long.
long
It's a
3-0.
long 3. It's a really long 3-0. Yeah, he
But I
knows
mean,
ball. He's a ball
I
knower.
am a ball knower.
Yes.
But I mean, it's always great seeing such dominant performance from them because this is their first season. And they
Absolutely.
had
Yeah,
Brady
that's
subbing
true.
in, and he is not new to Siege, but he's new to the team. And I mean, seeing him grow and even seeing the team grow is always great. And I mean, it's leagues different from preseason. Preseason, they were all casual. No, not casual, but they were all ranked players, solo queues. With how much our team captain has been able to rally them, how much time, effort that they put into practice, film, it's really starting to show with how well of a team that they have created and how well they play together and how much trust they have.
Absolutely, yeah. Props to the players, props to Mr. Team Captain, props to the opposition team, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm super excited to see their playoffs run. I believe that they should be second seed, so
Should
they
be.
will be playing against.
Let's say they should be
seven?
second seed for D2, right?
Yeah.
The Division 2. I do believe we will be having interviews. Do you want to do interviews or should I?
I think. I mean, hey, you were doing play-by-play. I think you got the
Okay,
interviews
okay.
too. Yeah, you got the better questions than I do. So I'll yield the slot, of course. But
Yep.
I mean, it's like what a game.
I
What a
mean,
game.
yeah. I mean, watching that, how do you feel?
I won't lie. At the start, it kind of
was
it felt
looking
kind of but at the same time, we're for some reason, right? Or the Eagles, they enjoy throwing the first three after the first
They
few
love,
games. you know.
putting us on our edge. You know, got to make sure we're locked in, giving them the right cast.
For the people who are aware of maybe the other esports, right? Some teams just they enjoy throwing the first game and then winning the rest. T1 league. They enjoy ejecting themselves out of the airlock, but we'll be moving on to interviews now.
Here soon, yes. Who do we want to have for first interviews? Brady? Alrighty, Mr. Toro will
What's
be
up?
having. We're going to go to a brief intermission just to let our team captain talk to his team about this victory. We'll be back for interview. Alrighty, hello. We are back with interviews. I have Brady with me or Toro. I mean, going into the match, you guys were very excited, very like ready. What was kind of the atmosphere in the arena?
The atmosphere in the arena, pretty hype.
Yeah.
I mean, like, me personally, it was really fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of energy. Me and Tristan played rock, paper, scissors. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm about to say, so going into the game, going on that 2-0 deficit, very first game, Charlotte, how, going, your guys' comeback, very long 7-0, how did that, what made you guys flip that switch?
Well, it's kind of, we were getting a feel for them. And so they kind of played, like, heavy default. And so we just had to get it ready for that.
I'm about to say, and I mean, I haven't watched the last couple of your games, but I mean, is this the first time you've seen people be so off-site? Because I think at most of the time they would leave maybe one person on site on those first floor. And was it weird seeing the first floor first-round pick?
Not really. I mean, when we played CC, they were pretty, they did the same thing. But these guys just had a different setup upstairs.
Yeah.
And so we just had to get adjusted to that. And then we went from there.
Absolutely. And I mean, going into that last game, 7-1 win, that's got to feel great. And I mean, this is what a way to, I do believe, in your guys' conference for this semester. I do.
We go playoffs after
You
this.
go playoffs, right? I say, how are you guys feeling going into playoffs?
Honestly, super excited. I'm ready to do playoffs for this Siege game right after Rocket League.
I say, are you, in regards to the community that you guys have built with each other, how is that? Give me some insider knowledge of how you
what?
guys feel. Like, is it like
Oh, as a
family?
team?
Yeah,
It's like
as
a
team.
family, of course.
I say, do you
Always.
think that adds to your success when you guys win as a team, lose as a team? Does that all come back to how you guys handle it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just a group of guys all hanging out and shit and having fun.
Alrighty, well, I do believe that's all going to be the questions I have for you. Thank you for the interview, and I mean, great game today,
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks for the
Can't wait to cast more. Okay. Get a load of this guy, pal. Give me my coin. No, give me coin. Alrighty, we are here with another one of our players. We have Mr. Coma here, Tristan. How are you feeling after that win?
Pretty good.
I was about to say, I know you were fragging out in that last game. I think it was 10-3 I saw at one point towards the final round.
I think it was 10-2, 10-1.
10-2. I was about to
Something
say,
like that.
it was 10-3, I believe. But I mean, you guys had so much pressure. You guys adapted so quickly to how they played. Was it a challenge in the beginning?
Usually how most games go is you want to spend the first 2 rounds, maybe third, to get a little feel and figure out how they're going to play, if they're going to be aggro, if they're going to play stack, play time, play crosses, 3-2-1s, and just play off each other, play refrags when there's a body roaming.
Yep.
Figure that out, realize they're not doing that to an extent, so we just hit gaps that we need to.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be playing pretty simple Siege in retrospect. They were holding their extensions, they were holding their what they needed, but you guys seem to just break it down and find, like you said, your openings. Speaking of which, I saw you a lot of times. You're that entry fragger. You're usually first or second in, and I mean 3K, opening up the rounds, opening up that space for your team. How does that in the moment, do you get that rush, or is it just
it's
on to
calm.
the next round?
It's calm. It's just I'm focused on what's in front of me, and if they don't watch the flank, it's solo from there. I'm making my play, and if it works, it works. If not, I just watch cams.
Yeah.
And comms.
And also, this is being your last conference game. You guys are getting ready for playoffs now. How are you feeling? Are you a little nervous? Are you ready? Because you guys have such a tight-knitted team.
I don't feel nervous at all. I'm looking forward to playing to the one team we lost to.
Okay.
To be honest, we've improved because of that loss, so I think it should be closer. So I'm very excited for it.
Alrighty, well, I do believe that's going to be all my questions for your interview. Once again, I do thank you for my gut knife lore earlier today. When I open more CS cases, I'll have to ask for your luck.
All right, appreciate it.
But yes, I can't wait to see you guys and cast more games.
Third case, by the way.
Yeah, okay. No need to flex. Get on it. Alrighty, we are now here with Mike.
We're smooth.
We smooth. We got the fresh shave just for the interview. Oh
Yes,
man, he knew he had a game coming up.
Oh, yeah, he's
Going into
alright,
that
he's
final
alright.
game, having such a dominant, KD. I think what was it, 13-2 by the end of it.
Something like that.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
Something like that.
How about?
All right.
Oh, this is crazy. No. It's too late now. It's too late now. You're posting up. But I mean, how does it feel? Coming off such a great game.
Honestly, we knew we were going to perform very well in this game. We had a few strats that we wanted to implement, and they worked greatly.
Yeah.
I mean, we did great. I mean, it was real good. Our communications cleared up a lot from what they used to be, and that helped the most.
So you say, but I've been informed that there was a miscommunication on your
Really?
Cali game, that Cali round, where maybe you were supposed to be holding a warden.
Okay. Hear me out. I was
I'm-
supposed to hold the angle. Did not expect him to run across a breached wall, bro.
Yeah, I mean, usually if you hit your shot, that also
Oh,
helps,
you're right,
right?
you're
I
right.
mean, I can't give you too much hate. You did get a 3K on the Cali. I may have predicted that from the start in the
Yeah.
meeting, but
Cali gameplay for
Cali
you,
gameplay,
for
yes.
you,
It was cinema. It truly was cinema. But I mean, speaking of your guys' game, you had that 2-0 start on Gillette, being on the down deficit. How did you guys flip that switch?
So one thing I gotta say with our team is we take a few rounds in the beginning always to learn how they play.
Yeah.
And it was different from what we're usually used to.
Yeah.
So, but once you saw they got the 2 rounds, we adapted completely to what would work, what would not work.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it.
I was about to say, and I think my last question for you is, this was your last conference game until playoffs. How are you feeling with your team about going into playoffs?
I think playoff is going to get us really out there. I think that's what's going to make us shine. What do you call it? There's 2 teams that we're looking forward to that are going to put up most definitely the best fight, I think, because we already had some, that unfortunate loss to CC and
Yep.
the other one that's just like us, but it just depends. But it depends on who gets the tempo first. Like
Absolutely.
this game, if they, they capitalized on the first 2 rounds, and if they kept the momentum and we weren't able to adapt,
Yeah.
we would have lost.
But I mean, I think that's where a lot of your guys' individual skill shows. Because, I mean, you guys are all individually really skilled players. I mean, Coma opening a lot of those rounds with 2 to 3 Ks on those lurks. Just, having the individual skill to open up. I mean, you getting that early pick on your Cali round that really opens up. And even just having a strong team that knows your knows their strats and knows how to execute.
Yes.
Alrighty, but thank you for your time.
Hey.
Can't wait to cast another
Hey,
one.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Alrighty, we are here with Austin or Gravity Flicks. Going into these games, I know you guys are excited. How was the atmosphere in the arena?
It was pretty normal for us. Usually we kind of want to have a happy medium between
Yep.
being serious and being kind of hype and excited. So
Yep.
it was kind of just a lot of balanced emotions.
I was about to say, and I mean, you guys had really strong games. I know you're not usually the one to get in that action, but I mean, you still had your individual plays, you had your holds. I mean, great work out there. How does it feel being able just to support these fraggers?
These guys do it way better than I ever could. So just to be able to sit there and enable them to do what they do, it's all I could ask for.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's always great to see all your guys' confidence show because, I mean, like you said, you couldn't do it as good as them, but you still have that capability. And, you know, with your executes, you know, I know your team captain usually comes up with them, but, I mean, it's a group effort, right? You guys each have your own individual inputs, right?
Yeah, usually when we have a plan to execute that we practice on a map, we usually spend a practice day, and as a team, we all come up with a plan that we all agree with, and then we just kind of have a debate on what we think we could do better, or we could change this to this operator, change this operator. So it's every part of what we do is strictly a team.
That's always great to hear. I mean, it's from the start of preseason to now, I mean, the change is astronomical. You know, I've been there to watch it, and it's always great to see that. I can't wait to watch you guys in playoffs. How are you feeling about that, making it to playoffs in your first season?
I'm feeling great. I feel like we're here to make a statement, and so far I think we've done that. So,
Absolutely. You guys have made a killer statement. I mean, most of the times, if it's not a close match, it's a pretty big blowout, you know?
yeah.
I think there's been 3 or 4 games that have been close for you guys, correct?
Yep, and the majority of them came from the same team. So.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that comes from your guys' dedication, your hours that you guys put as a team, and that's always great to see. I do believe my final question is, in the beginning rounds when you guys are on that deficit, what do you think helped you guys flip that switch?
The way we always operate, especially when we attack first, because we like to attack first because we're more confident on defense. But when we don't know what we're going up against, like their setup that was on chalet defense, we've never really seen that before. We've never seen that before. And we just didn't know how to interpret it. So we took a few rounds I think it was 2 rounds that we took, just kind of step back and kind of analyze from outside how we could approach it differently. And then once we took that approach, me and Tristan swapped to which side of the map we attacked from, and it really helped out. But once we figured out what worked, it was easy to stick with it.
Alrighty. Well, I do believe that's all the questions I have for you. You know, great games, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the
Appreciate
playoffs.
it. Thank you.
Of course, of course.
We ready? No, I'm finna. No.
All right.
Word. No. Cut the cameras, bro. Cut the cameras.
No. Come back. No. Come back.
Cut the cameras.
We need our team cap. We need our team cap.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep.
Oh, come back here, J Poetry.
Yep. I got you, Luis. That's all you right there. That's all you, bro.
Well, team cap, Jacob, we've been here plenty of times before. There's
we
no
have.
need for an introduction. Wow, what a way to start off your guys' first season, making playoffs, making such a dominant run. Even like the games you lost, it was something you guys needed to learn from.
100%.
You know, how are you feeling being the leader of that?
I'm ecstatic. There's not like a lot of words I can put together to like express how proud I am of this team, how happy I am for us, and like there's not enough like there just isn't enough to show like how much we've improved. Just from like the start of this semester going forward, it's insane just to like be behind the scenes and see how much we improve from week to week, game to game. And honestly, with the losses, aka 1 loss we've taken this entire season, truly I can't wait to see that team in playoffs and hopefully beat them in the championship.
Absolutely. And I mean, moving into the games, you guys were at that 2-0 deficit. I've already talked to your team. A lot of times what they said that switch up is, or like that flip switch is just learning those players.
100%.
And do you think that's something that you instilled in them, or is that kind of everything that you guys had coming into it?
That's definitely something I've instilled because I'm a very methodical person. I knew from the beginning that they're going to ban our strong ones, and you can ask them. I called it. They're going to pick Clubhouse. I called it. You were in the room.
I said I wanted you guys to
and I
pick
said we don't have to. I
Clubhouse.
said we're not going to have to. They're going to pick it.
I said I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of
Either way,
throwing up the craziest calls.
Either way, that's something that I've instilled because that's what usually is. 2 to 3 rounds for us to like get used to their play style, and then I'll catch their tempo, and then from then on out, it's our game.
Yeah.
We take control of the game,
Absolutely.
and it showed there.
And I think the UCF team, they played really just standard Siege. And
Right.
after you guys got a hold of what you guys needed to fix what you were, like you said, like analyzing them, once you fix what you needed, it really just came down to mechanics. You guys had your executes, and that gave you guys the better fights. But at the end of the day, it's still gunfights that win you the rounds.
Yeah.
And I mean, is it sometimes, better? Because I know you guys like to run your strats, but I mean, Mike on the Cali, that's not something normally in the strats. Is that something you want to start? Really?
Yeah, so a lot of times, they banned our Maverick. Maverick is what we use for Clubhouse. It was just a good ban by them. They did good on that part. But I know he likes his Glass, he likes his Cali. If he wants to get the bandits off and to help out Austin on the main breach, I am all for it because I was doing my own backside take by myself. I got the Jaeger and Castle. I caught them off guard, picked off the Castle. Jaeger ran away from me, and then they had the entire breach open.
Absolutely.
It's not a matter of our strats. If we can fit operators in with our strats, it's just the core of our strat needs to continue to work. And we are very good at adapting to that.
That's always great hearing. I mean, honestly, though, you guys performed really well. And if you think about it, all your wins were technically very long 7-0s. You had to give them those first rounds, and then you just 7-0 them.
Maybe.
But, moving forward, I know you guys still playing on being real hardcore on your practices because I know you guys put so many hours. Is that something that you guys are gonna keep up with, or are you gonna give them a pizza party for how well they did?
After playoffs.
After playoffs.
After playoffs.
Okay. You hear that? Pizza party after playoffs. I seem to have riled the troops for playoffs here.
Pizza party at my house after playoffs.
Yes! We're going to Jago's.
All right. Either way.
Hey, we'll get you guys Domino's.
Either way. Yeah. All right. Log back in here. Either way. My guys deserve a lot, and I'm going to give everything I can for them. 100%.
Absolutely. Well, I know I can't wait to catch you guys playoffs. I can't wait to
100%.
see the improvements. I mean, best of luck with you, sir.
All right. Much apprecied.
Much
Thank you to everyone that showed up
appreciated.
on stream.
Thank you, stream.
Have a good rest of your day.
Bling, 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 bling.
And now it's just one. It's left to just me. Let's say, if you guys haven't already checked out our socials, we've linked them a couple times in our chat, but it is going to be capital TAMUT _ capital E Esports, and then that's going to be for YouTube and Twitch. On our Instagram, it's going to be all lowercase TAMUT _ Esports. Please go check it out. That that barcode there, is that donation or is that links?
Both.
Are they both? This is my production crew, by the way. This is
We
my
made it,
production
chat.
crew.
We're live.
We made it. Wait, I'm Will and you're me. Wait, we're so locked. No, but moving forward, do we have any games upcoming for the rest of this week?
So tomorrow we have Marvel Rivals, and then Thursday we have R6. We have
R6.
Apex.
Apex.
Watch out for
Alrighty.
Manny. Manny, go hammy.
Manny, go hammy.
Don't say that. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it was really fun watching them play.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's it for stream. Thank you guys all for coming. Thank you guys for. Yes, I did.
Okay, bet. Anyways, thank y'all guys for coming. Thank y'all for watching. I
Thank
hope
you
y'all
guys for-
enjoyed
yes.
my production.
Sure, we'll go with
W
you guys
production,
enjoyed it.
W production.
But thank you guys for tuning in. It's always great to see you guys. Hope to see you guys tomorrow, if not for next week's Siege.
Bye.
Bye.
Get me off.
I'm tired of this grandpa. I'm tired.